you think? Getting ready. I think you can hear me. Mic check, mic check. I think so. In just a second, I'm loading a couple things. ready to go. I got this thing. I wonder what this button does. There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. How are you? Sorry about the choppy audio on YouTube this morning, but not sorry because It wasn't my fault. Welcome to House Parks Megaworldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show, etc., etc., etc. This, of course, is the greatest live stream in the history of live streams. And if you don't like it, you're just going to have to learn to deal. Hello, Kimberly in Dallas, Fort Worth. I will be there tomorrow night with Nerd Halen for New Year's Eve at the Gaylord Quiddit Hotel at the Glass Cactus, which I lovingly call the Ass Galactus. So if you feel like ringing in the new year with a little silliness and some Van Halen combined, yeah, you can do that with me tomorrow night if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. My goodness. So a lot to cover today, and I've got a hard out at 5 o'clock, and I'm sorry I started a little late, but I had to restart my computer, and it was being a dick. It happens. But first, let's say hi to the chat room. Welcome aboard, everyone. Love you. Glad you're here. Hey, nani, let's get hot toddies. I don't know what that's something my mom kind of used to say, if I recall correctly. That's the phrase, which I believe is a quart of bourbon, some honey, lemon juice, and an ice bath. I don't quite know, not knowing alcohol, I don't know quite how those beverages go. I just know there's a no straw rule because you want to sip it, and burning your tongue is all part of the process. Sure, why not? Okay, lots of stuff to cover today. No time to cover it, so let's start with this. All right, I really need to, I thought up the name of the show after I'd already posted it, and I was like, I should probably rename the show, but I had to restart, and it was annoying me, to, well, let's see if I can, I'll do it as soon as the software reopens up. Let's see, open this up. There we go. Okay. Two, if I may, update titles. See ya. See ya. Whoops, comma. Hate to H1B ya. I think that works. See what I did there? Okay, updating, and that will be the title of the stream right now, because I got to tell you, some people were saying that it would take longer for the infighting amongst MAGA and the Elon Musk clique and all these jerk-offs to start really going after each other in any major way. Like a little tiny, but there'd be a high of winning they would coast on that until they got to, I don't know, the 21st. Maybe 8 o'clock on the night of the 20th, if indeed he gets inaugurated on the day, because they're not doing any of the homework, which, again, gave us the Afghanistan withdrawal. So the fun part is, and I'm going to give you a hint as to who is having a rough one with this stuff. There are those who are feeling a bit persnickety about Trump's support of the H1B visas, and I think you might have an idea of who that might be. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's good old Pancake Face himself. Yep, it's this dude, Charlie Kirk. And the title of this one, you gotta love it, if I may, and I think you do. The title of this one is "The Danger of H1B Visas. American workers are being replaced by foreigners." Now, this is right after Donald Trump came out in support of H1B visas for his properties, even though he doesn't use them. So maybe the smart move might be to not go after the H1Bs and go to the H2Bs, or not 2Bs. We don't know. That is the question. I'm sorry. There's going to be a lot of that because of the nature of these things. But he's going to explain to us the danger, and then we're going to get into everybody else's feelings about it. By the way, hit that like, subscribe. I am on Blue Sky at howsparks.com because I'm one of those people who knows how to technologically advance things and do the things with metallurgical and stuff. Your primitive minds probably wouldn't understand it. I need another horse blanket. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the great big head with the tiny, tiny face, Charlie Kirk, is kind of having maybe a wake-up moment. We'll find out. Get your popcorn ready.
H1B visas. The debate started on Sunday after Trump named venture capitalist Sriram Krishnan as his advisor on AI policy. Entrepreneur David Sachs noted in the response to Krishnan, saying advocates for removing country-specific caps on green cards, not lifting caps entirely. On Wednesday, the world's...
by the way, I think he's well into the half fight. He's just tossing out the whole back and forth, maybe, because this happened, I think, after the Elon Musk stuff.
Man who has benefited from the H1 program himself, Elon Musk, wrote in response on social media that in America, there are not enough super talented and super motivated engineers in the United States. Quote, the number of people who are super talented and super motivated in the United States is far too low.
Yeah, far too, like, super motivated to what? Work for somebody who will threaten to throw away their visa and get them kicked out of the country with their entire family if they don't work, 22-hour days.
Think of this as a pro sports team. If you want your team to win the championship, you need to recruit top talent wherever they may be.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. It's a little hard to say we won when everybody on your local sports team is from all over the country and from other teams anyways. It's a little stupid. What are you rooting for? The owner and how well they can negotiate pay? Because then that's what actually won, not the ingenuity of your own people.
Enables the whole team to win. In another post, he wrote that, quote, a shortage of excellent engineering talent is a fundamental limiting factor in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, but no. The problem is, in America, everybody wants to start their own business. And so they don't necessarily want to work, third tier for somebody like Elon Musk, who might just fire them on a fucking whim. But again, foreign workers who come over here on a visa, and it's a huge step up for them, it's their one shot, will put up with a lot of shit.
Vivek Ramaswamy came out and wrote this very, very long tweet, a controversial tweet, where he said, quote,
is it controversial, or did your side just jump on it? And everybody, where was the controversy? Like how much of a dick he is?
Reason the top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over native-born Americans, isn't because of an innate American IQ deficit. A key part of it comes down to culture. So now this...
No, it doesn't. What, the culture is that they won't live and work in fear, or they expect a working wage?
Internet firestorm ensued, where effectively...
A Twitter firestorm. Honestly, the rest of the internet doesn't give a fuck. Get over yourself. X is a cesspool. There was a firestorm in a cesspool. Great.
The debate was around H1B visas. Now, this is not something that I thought we'd be talking about on the 27th of December.
Right, because you thought everybody would just blow past all the details, because fuck details.
However, just understand that this was seen 71 million times on Twitter. 71 million times.
Well, I would like to push back on the fact that a lot of people that are still on Twitter, it was like almost a page single-spaced, like as far as a tweet. So a lot of people had to come back to it and go reread it again to see if it really said what they thought it said, and bots, et cetera, et cetera. Like bots are going to boost anything that anybody on the Doge committee does.
So an H1B visa is a non-immigrant visa category in the United States that allows U.S. employers to temporarily employ foreign workers in specialized occupation.
Yeah. How long is the temporary status? How long? Forever teen?
These occupations generally require a bachelor's degree or higher, or some equivalent. It's used almost primarily in...
No. Musk and those guys were bitching about the lack of, high-quality engineers who are motivated and smart. You can't start backing down to, you can have an equivalent of a bachelor's degree. I mean, in a lot of universities in other countries, we don't really keep track. I mean, do they even have schools?
In the tech space. Now, this is used by big tech. It's a subsidy given by the federal government for big tech, where little tech is not always able to capitalize on this type of subsidy.
Little tech? That's adorable.
Now, you must understand that when it comes to H-1B visas, the worker for that company cannot leave that job. They cannot go work for another company.
Yeah. Exactly. They are a slave to that visa. And if they try, they're fucked. And therefore, that's exactly why Elon Musk likes to hire the people using that, because they can't leave and they don't have any recourse. It's not like H1B visa holders can unionize.
It is a form of international, tech-driven, indentured servitude.
Right on the money there, dum-dum. And your dude just came out in total support of it, both Musk and Trump.
But now they're using it for even more entry-level accountants and stuff like that.
Yeah, which again, like, for how long? I mean, isn't AI going to do most of that shit? By the way, this is how Trump uses it. It's not like he can't find people here. He just doesn't want to pay them a wage.
H-1B visas have been widely abused. It sounds good, by the way. I mean, as its premise, it sounds, we want the world's best people. That is a good premise to operate from. But
yeah, it turns out to be, what's the word? There's a word for it somewhere. It's, is it in here? Let's see. I don't know if it's, would it be in there or perhaps, let's see, it's in here. Now, where would that be? It would be, maybe it's over here. What's the word? Is it this button?
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
No, that's not the word. Maybe it's this. Oh, it doesn't work now. You rat, it fell asleep. Why'd my button fall asleep? It was just my bullshit button. It's bullshit. The bullshit button is sleeping. Try again. It's giving me an exclamation point. Something.
Reality, H-1B visas are a disaster. Here is 60 Minutes of all places.
Okay, simmer. And by the way, no. You don't get to side with 60 Minutes all of a sudden because you get your dick stepped on. Suck it up, wiener. You don't get to go to legacy media and 60 Minutes, who you think is totally untrustworthy and all that. Like, you're not allowed. You can't. You can't go, we're the real media and this is fake and they lie about everything, and then use them as your source.
That did a very...
Like, you're not going to see me going, there's a Charlie Kirk clip where I really want to show you what I mean about the need for a public option.
Very, very powerful report on how H-1B visas are actually putting American workers first. President Trump just won a landslide victory.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He won by 1.5%, a smaller margin than Hillary Clinton did. Shut the fuck up and stop setting your supporters up for a fall.
Triumphant victory.
By the way, I have a clip about that in just a few moments. Hang in there. It's House Sparks Mega Worldwide.
Saying Americans come first.
Well, not all of us. Some of them. Some of us give deference to the lady.
Cut 54 is the erosion of our sacred social contract. Play cut 54.
It wasn't called training your replacement. It was called knowledge transfer.
Craig D'Angelo worked for Northeast Utilities, now called Eversource, and was one of 220 IT workers replaced by H-1B visa employees.
Tough shit Trumpies. Which way did that guy vote?
D'Angelo says his replacement, a worker from India, told him he was making half D'Angelo's salary.
Yeah, exactly. And if he bitches about it, he'll get sent home and replaced with another guy who makes the same salary.
With no benefits.
I didn't get laid off for lack of work. I got laid off because somebody cheaper could do my job.
Yep.
Now, in its ideal, the H-1B visa is used for people you can't find other Americans to do that job, that it's only for high tech, like people with PhDs. In reality, it's being used for entry-level accountants. It's being used for people that are at the entry level of the job ladder. This is another example of cut 67 of how the H-1B visa...
God, the nerve of this motherfucker to cite 60 Minutes
has become inherently fraudulent against the American people. Play cut 67.
Leo Pereiro had just...
Seriously. Seriously, dude? What was all that shit about the legacy media and CBS and you can't trust, and 60 Minutes is against Trump, and they edited Kamala's interview but not Trump's, and blah blah blah. Where was all that? What? Piss off. This is just dumb. No, you don't get to use their stuff to shore up your point and then spend the rest of the time telling all of your viewers that they do nothing but lie and this is the liberal media and you can't trust it. It's fucking lazy.
Received high performance reviews from Disney. When he was called into a personnel meeting, he expected a raise and a promotion.
And instead,
I was given the news that in 90 days, my job was over and I had to train my replacement. Never in my life did I imagine, until this happened at Disney, that I could be sitting at my desk and somebody would be flown in from another country, right, sit at my same desk and chair and take over what I was doing. It was the most humiliating and demoralizing thing I've ever gone through in my life.
Yeah, don't give us a, what do you think of that face, dipshit? Like, the nerve of this dude, like, huh? What What I say there? It's terrible how misused this whole thing has become. And that's why Donald Trump, the hero of the working class, is going to come out against it. And what now? Beware! Beware! Dude, this is... How are you not embarrassed? I mean, just name your clips. Democrats were right about this.
The biggest companies who hate us the most, that have smeared us, slandered us, and transed our kids are the...
They what now? Sorry, they're outsourcing the... So wait a minute. I'm supposed to feel sorry for workers that were displaced, who were in the process of transing our kids. It's okay when, like, whatever, where, like, if an American is working at a company and transing our kids, it's a foreigner transing our kids I have the problem with for half pay. This is un-American. What the fuck are you talking about?
That are pushing for more foreign labor into the top levels of our corporations and our entry levels. Now, I want to be very clear about where...
So I guess the entire company? I guess middle management is okay? That dude was middle management, stupid.
We stand on this. We are opposed to the mass import...
Are we? Oh dear. Oh dear. Everyone. We are opposed. We are opposed to this mass immigration of smarty pants, moving our smarty pantses over to do the drudgery smarty pants work when we have plenty of smarty pantses here.
Importations of H1B visas
H1 visas
to the United States. Here are the facts. The H1B visa program is heavily abused by these major multi-trillion-dollar companies.
See, that sounds like I gotta say, that sounds like a fact that you're getting from 60 Minutes. So I get, you know what? Fuck me. He'll probably apologize at the end of the clip.
And software firms generally to bring in workers at lower wages than they would have to pay Americans. Another reason companies use them is that H1B visas, like I say, is indentured servitude. They can't leave that job. Now, there's a really good...
Are you suggesting that they should be able to leave that job? No. You're suggesting they shouldn't be able to enter the country.
Argument, and I sympathize with this, to be honest. An argument for letting in talented people to the United States. I think that's a great...
Yeah. I look forward to your Indian replacement.
Argument. No issue on that. But the H-1B system is not that. It is a way to depress wages and replace American workers.
Yeah, and Trump's all for it, and Elon Musk is going to fuck your face or something. That's the new thing. Let's see. Is he gonna? Nope.
I like her a lot. I like her a lot.
That's Laura Loomer. Sorry.
If you want to let in an ultra-talented genius, we have actually a different visa for that. It's called O1 visa. We could also change our system, but right now, America...
Well, then I guess H1B visa isn't for the ones that run the companies in the top level. So what are we... You're just talking about the elimination of H1B and the forcing of people like Elon Musk to use the O1B visa.
lets in 55,000 immigrants a year.
And why isn't the O1A plus plus?
Through the diversity lottery. Imagine if we got rid of that, and instead of letting 10,000 people a year who score the highest on a difficult test of IQ plus English language proficiency with strict controls to prevent cheating and to keep out anybody with a criminal record. That would let in a lot of talented people who would make America a better country. America is a rich country that hundreds of millions of people want to move to. There's no excuse for not exploiting that to let in the only ones we want to let in the absolute most.
Exploiting that to let in the ones we want most. I don't think you knew where your sentence was going.
This is a violation of our social contract.
I'm sorry. Are you a social justice warrior now? Are you saying that the social contract has been violated and therefore we need social justice and we need somebody like you to be our warrior because your entire face is a shield?
And it sounds good. Let's just let more H1B workers in. But what about...
Does it? I mean, I guess it would mean what they're here for, you know? Because I just don't want our drug dealers and murderers to be put out of business by, you know, H1B drug dealers and murderers. That's my concern. We have plenty of murderers and drug dealers in this country that can compete, given half a chance.
The 23-year-old that went to University of Washington and studied computer science at the UW Computer Science Department. Shouldn't he be given preference above someone who could do the work for far less? It is about priorities, and it's not...
No, I'm sorry. Free market, something or other, business, oligarchy, fuck you. I don't know. Rinse, repeat.
About what Charlie Kirk wants. It's not about what other people want out
It sounds like it is.
there. And I have friends on both sides of this debate.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
It's very simple. It's what the American people wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's on us now? All of a sudden it's us? So Trump is violating the social contract with the rest of us that didn't vote for him. And it's not about the people on your side that all voted for him that don't like it or do like it. It's now on Democrats to clean your fucking nappy.
And the American people overwhelmingly voted for less immigration.
Yeah, but illegal immigration is the theory. I mean, right? Wasn't this all about people stampeding across the southern border and locking it down? I don't remember him running on this idea that we just don't need smart people coming in. What the fuck?
Prioritization of the American children and the American worker.
Yeah, tough shit. I don't know what to tell you, dummy. But I mean, I guess this just falls into boo fuckity who. Now, there have been a couple of people covering this. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Trump sides with H1B visa program. Hold on. Let me move this up and pause, and then I'll reload it so you can see the thumbnails are just fucking magic over at Fox News. By the way, you're watching House Parks Mega Worldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. And a big thank you to our Patreons who've been with us since this show was started as the little show that could and is now going to take over all the empty space left by the vacuous assholes at TYT who are gutting whatever faux legacy they had and their alleged progressive principles that were always a bunch of bullshit. I welcome everybody who are big TYT fans who were like, what the hell? This the hell? I'll tell you all about it. I've been saying it for a long time. You'll notice the total lack of surprise. Anyways, hit that like, share the show, support this show in some way, or even just by subscribing. Doesn't cost you anything. And there you go. I appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. Also, I don't even know if we can do bits on Facebook right now. They're being so weird. And there's the Venmo and the PayPal and the whatever and the other things I'm supposed to say. Never mind. Let's just do a show. So these two dickheads are... this is going to be fun. Can I just say that there's going to be a lot of dangerous and sad and broken things that this prick is going to mess up for a lot of decent people who didn't do anything to deserve the hell that is going to come their way. And so the one thing that we can enjoy, if we can have a popcorn moment, and I think we deserve them, is when these two assholes finally run afoul of each other. Now, some of us thought it would take a little longer. I'm not one of them, because you can see the cracks from the very beginning. And this guy definitely thinks he's president, and this guy is if he's wailing flowers, this is Madam. Trump seems to think the other way. He thinks he's wailing flowers, and this guy's another wailing flowers with a bigger hand. No, how does it? We'll figure it out later. But Trump sides with Elon Musk on H1B visas following criticism. A great program. This is on Fox and Friends.
Well, yesterday, you guys know we had quite a few discussions on the debate that's raging online right now about.
Yeah. We had a big. Oh my God, the debate that's raging online. They mean Twitter.
H1B visas. And Elon
Say
Musk,
what?
Vivek Ramaswamy, coming out saying, hey, we need this. Our country needs this. Our companies need this. We need this to have this technological advantage over China and other countries. And other people saying, I'm not so sure. A lot of those H1B visas are for coding, and they're sort of the grunt work of the tech industry. And there's a lot of Americans who would like those jobs, and we should be working on training them instead of replacing them with foreign workers who. Yeah,
but that Elon Musk is a foreign worker who came over here, worked illegally for a time, and used money from, basically the I guess it was emeralds, so blood emeralds, I guess, and apartheid to get a head start over American workers. Why would he have any loyalty to them? There are two classes of workers to Elon Musk: exploitable and replaceable. That's it.
Presumably will do it for cheaper. So that's the debate that's raging. And in the midst of that, someone has.
Yeah, by the way, you would think that if these were the creme de la creme, that you would have to pay more for these folks. It's weird that we need these super smart, really good, driven, focused, excellent people that we can get on the cheap. Okay?
It's found a quote from Donald Trump where he says he backs H1B visas. Now, that would be contradictory to what he has said in the past.
No shit.
We'll have to get to the bottom of that, but here's what he...
Get to the bottom. Hey, lady, this is the bottom. You know how you know you're at the bottom? This guy's in charge of shit. That's the bottom. Congratulations, America. It's like an addict who's addicted to dipshittery. We have hit bottom. Let's see if we can enter recovery. The first step is admitting you have a problem. That guy's a problem. Get to the bottom of this. What do you mean, get to the bottom of it? I mean, Sparks' razor being what it is, maybe he's just full of shit. Maybe, is it too simple? Is that too? That's why he's a pathological liar and a Shinola salesman, dummy, selling jars of shit. He's full of shit. It's bullshit. He's a bullshitter, lady. There's no bottom. This is it. That's how he rolls, like a turd downhill.
He said on this, the New York Post reported on Saturday, he said, I've always liked the visas. I've always been in favor of the visas. That's why we have them. I have many.
Yes, we have H1B visas in America because Trump has always been in favor of them. What do you mean? Since they were created, you were behind the creation of them in whatever, the 50s or the 70s or whatever the shit they were?
H1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in H1B. I've used it many times. It's a great program.
Now, I am curious, and some of you may have seen this morning if you were with us, and if you weren't, I pity you. Welcome to the show. Like, subscribe, share the show out if you would. Let people know we're here, and whatever platform that you're on in here, let us know, say hi, all that stuff. And if you could, while you're chatting, there's probably a comment section. Throw a comment on there if you feel like it, and that might kick us up a notch. But This is the part that stuck out to me. I have many H1B visas on my properties. For what? For what? Yeah, that's what I thought. It was 1952. I thought I was saying in 51, but I was pretty close. All right. Why? Why does this asshole need to hunt down highly skilled labor at Mar-a-Lago? What the fuck kind of job do they have at Mar-a-Lago doing anything that you can't hire out of any major university for? Which one? For real. It makes zero fucking maggots. There's got to be some maggots in there. Yo, maggots. Where are you, you trolling bastards? I know you're in here. I know you're lurking. Explain your fucking self. Explain to me what job at a golf course, even with an IT department, what the fuck kind of job could you have at any of the kind of properties he has that can't be found in the United States easily? What? Gophers? Caddies? Fucking somebody to work at the omelet bar? Seriously, you can't find fucking waiters? Yeah, fry cooks, toilet plungers, what the fuck? And again, the idea that you would need the best, the creme de la creme to work at any of these properties, and I'll tell you exactly which one. You want to know? Because I actually do know. I actually do know what he uses the H1B visa thing for. Hot chicks from Eastern European countries to be like greeter staff and hostesses at these places because they're attractive. That's it. That's what he's doing. Because you can have these beautiful women who basically were probably more than likely high-end escorts where they lived, and this is a way better deal even around this shit. And if anybody sexually harasses them, they can't say anything because if they report it to HR, they'll get kicked out of the fucking country and have to go back to that shit. That's what it is. That's the only thing that you could argue is a job he can't find somebody in the United States to do. Not that there aren't beautiful women who will work in that industry. They just won't put up with this shit because they know they can't be, kicked out of the country. And here's what you ought to do. This might be the next step, Charlie Kirk and anybody at Fox and Friends. Here's a good idea. Make him list everybody on his staff that's over here on, or not even the human beings, because I don't want them trolled or doxxed or any of that shit. Put up the fucking job, the title and the job description online for every H1B visa that motherfucker has. Freedom of Information Act. Because if a company is hiring overseas, then they should have to have a standard for why they're hiring and why they couldn't find them here. And if he's running for president or being the president running on this idea that he's pro-America, pro-worker, America first, all this horse shit, then maybe just a list. Somebody needs to ask him. Somebody with access needs to ask this dipshit for a list of all the jobs filled using H1B visas at all of his properties. He doesn't have to give the name of the people, but I would argue the job description, how they hired for it, and the sex, the gender of the person who got the job, maybe, right? And then I won't ask where they are because I don't want to get into, it's not their fault, right? They're lucky to do it. But maggots need to explain to all of us what the fuck kind of high-level, hacker they would need to work at Mar-a-Lago in the fucking basement. I mean, obviously, you're going to want a really high-level IT brainiac working in, say, Trump Tower, so that when your servers there that run the Trump organization stuff are pinging the Alpha Bank in Russia, and there are documents and maybe financial transfers or records of such transferring, back and forth, maybe just maybe, you might want, somebody high level that you can throw out of the country later. Maybe that's why. But admit it. I can't have a guy working on my servers that's an American. Dude might fucking whistle blow on me. Are you nuts? I need somebody who I can put the fear of Satan in. I need to have somebody working in my basement on my server that if they do anything wrong, not only to kick them out, but I'll make a phone call to buddies of mine in their country that got them hired in the first place, and their house will burn down. I gotta say, I'm gonna need a list.
This is I think, as we talked about yesterday.
And by the way, the stammering around this shit is gorgeous. The hesitant. What were everybody's turning into Paul Manafort. Yeah, that's what what our position is.
It's such an important debate. It's happening entirely among Republicans.
Yes.
And within.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's a fight. There's not a conversation about H1B visas. There's always one about the standards in it with Democrats and Republicans and back and forth and all this stuff. That's ongoing. The fight that is happening is maggot on maggot, dum-dum.
Trump world. And obviously what he is talking about here is...
Obviously, yeah.
Is the fact that
totally.
He's obviously defending the program.
He's obviously defending the program.
But what I also think is sort of interesting is that...
sort of interesting. But none of them want to talk about this.
He put into place in his first term a lot of restrictions that protected the program, that reformed the program.
A lot of restrictions that protected the program.
And of course, one of the first things Joe Biden did, including opening the border wide open to let lots and lots of unskilled labor into the country. That
didn't happen.
We have no control over. Also removed a lot of those reforms.
Like what? Like what? What was those? What were those reforms?
To the H1B visa program.
Oh yeah. What was the reform there? That anybody who gets one has to have a C cup or bigger.
So that it was open to widespread abuse.
And in fact, that's what Stephen Miller tweeted back in 2023, talking about the first Trump term and his position on H1B visas. He said Biden axed Trump admin H1B reforms, which eliminated its use for cheap labor, raised wages to stop displacement, outlawed substitution, and replaced H1B lotteries with high-paying offers, which precluded.
Yeah, the highest-paying offer wins, which is, again, the people buying their way across. What's the difference between that situation where you don't have a lottery, where it's open to everybody so that everybody gets a shot, versus just rich assholes punching their way to the top and turning America into a gated community for the oligarchs of the world?
Substitutions. Regs were scrapped, and now big tech is replacing Americans.
Yeah, you're on the site that is arguing for that very thing, stupid. Do you see Elon Musk arguing for the return to the Trump admin H1B reforms? Okay, hold on. I'm going to need to grab this. Let's see. Trump H1B reforms list. I don't know. Let's see what Visa Feud says about the coming Trump administration. Do you what are H1 visa and what has Trump said about them in the past? Full timeline. What visas? Trump weighs in, appears to side with Musk. Let's see. Biden's found among Trump's first challenge, H-1B modernization. Department of Homeland Security published a new regulation to modernize the H-1B program. Okay, this is maybe where we're going. These are threatened amid Trump, and these are older ones. Happened in his first term. Because at this point, Trump sides with tech bosses and MAGA fight. What happened to H1B? Okay, here we go. Indian Express. Da-da-da. Let's take a look at this. The go away. Cancel. Didn't know. Okay, so this is where you are. There you go. With Donald Trump set for victory, blah, blah, blah. What is that reform? I don't care. Oh, come on. Why am I don't want to sign in, but why in the world? Past H1B value predict Trump's thing. Okay, so let's see if his reforms are listed in here. Trump administration published a restrictive. Yeah, here you go. So this is the thing. The Trump administration published a restrictive H1B rule in 2020. A judge blocked the rule for violating the Administrative Procedure Act. Trump officials attempted to publish part of the rule again before leaving office, but ran out of time. The rule included numerous provisions to prevent companies from employing foreign-born scientists and engineers, such as changing who and what positions could qualify for an H1B specialty occupation. If Biden officials prefer the H1B rule to reflect their priorities, they must publish it soon and decide on its most controversial provisions. One significant measure in the proposed rule would narrow the positions considered H1B specialty occupations by requiring a degree be in a directly related specific specialty or its equivalent. So you can't just have a degree in, English lit and then get hired over here as a programmer for entering the occupation. The Trump administration used identical language in its restrictive interim final H1B rule that courts blocked. But I'm sorry, but he wants the same rule that Biden wants? What are you talking about? A National Foundation for American Policy found that 51% of U.S.-born individuals employed in computer occupation have degrees other than computer science or electrical engineering. Employers and university groups supported the rule extending gap protections for F1 students when changing to H1B status, allowing more organizations to qualify as H1B cap exempt nonprofit research institutions, granting more leeway for H1B visa holders to become entrepreneurs, and codifying deference for prior finding of fact when adjudicating applications, which limit denials and requests for evidence. Increasing denials of H-1B visas and more immigration red tape. If Trump's second term is like his first time, employers can expect immigration officials to increase red tape by issuing new memos and policy guidance, regulations. Regulations. I guess they're going to have to cut a bunch about lead in the water and stuff around, FAA and how close planes can be upon landing so that they can afford to, add these regulations. So from 6% in fiscal year, 24% in 2018. Hold on. Trump officials raised the denial rate for H-1B petitions for individual employment or initial employment from 6% in 2015 to 24% in 2018 and 21% in 2019. After a legal settlement in June, denial rates dropped below previous Trump levels to 4% because they caught up with a bunch of people and they were letting people through, and 2.2 in 2022. Isn't that funny? Trump officials made it more costly to file for H-1B petitions because they want rich people to get in. A request for evidence increases uncertainty and adds $2,000 to $4,500 in attorney's fees. The request for evidence rate reached 60%. For H-1B petitions in the first quarter of 2019, but in fiscal year 2022, it fell to 10. Pricing H-1B visa holders and employment based. Okay, yeah. So basically, they just want rich people to be able to get in, and we don't want any poor people coming in. That's 100% what this is all about.
So Trump weighs in yesterday suggesting he supports H-1B visas.
No, saying he does. He doesn't suggest. He's not giving it a reach around. Giving it a pump and tickle, dum-dum. He said, I've always supported the visas. I love the visas. I use the visas, and I think it's a great program. He didn't suggest dipshit.
Now, in the past, he has looked for reforms to H-1B visas.
So that only rich people can use them.
On the surface, this issue, I don't think, has as deep a divide on the right as one might initially perceived. Meaning,
yeah, and basically, if I may and I may not, it's this, like, there's a lot. Can I make the I'm pretending to know what the fuck I'm talking about hand gesture, encompassing it into a small thing, giving you the illusion that in this sphere, all of the information, all the confusing fits in this small ball of ignorance. And I'm just gonna, instead of like, it's a big fucking deal. It's not. It's not. Okay? It's not.
I think a lot of people on the right, including obviously Donald Trump.
Obviously.
And then Elon Musk, support the idea of bringing in whatever percentage it may be, 0.01%, whatever the number is.
Yeah, it's not 0.01%.
Highly, highly skilled people from across the world. The idea of...
Well, it's funny that you would bring up 0.01% because the H1B visa, non-rich special designed for foreign nationals who can demonstrate extraordinary, that's the H1B visa. This is not that 0.01% that you're talking about. There actually is a visa for them. The visa for, like, the H1B isn't for the creme de la creme anyways. Dummy. This might be shocking, but Elon Musk is lying his ass off about what the H1B visa is for in the first place. Jesus. 01 visa. That's the extraordinary special. We can't find anybody like this. Oh my God. It's Operation Paperclip as a visa program. God damn, these people are fucking stupid.
Bring your best. But
no, you are your best. You wouldn't bring it unless they're like, fuck, bro, we're going to bring it, bro.
The program can't be abused to box American workers out. That's been the perspective in the past of Donald Trump. And I suspect it will be the position of Donald Trump in the future. But the debate...
Why? What do you mean? Why? Sorry, Mr. She got a big old behind. I'd like to slather that with barbers. I don't know why he's turning into Champ on Anchorman. I can't get over the Anchorman references these days. Eventually he's going to change his mind. Why? Based on what, stupid?
It got deeper and it got more contentious on the cultural level. And for...
No, just because maggots are racists doesn't mean this boiled down to culture. They're not worried about the best and brightest electrical engineers and satellite makers and rocket scientists are all going to be like members of ISIS. You fucked up. I can't. I'm fine. You fucked up pilot monkey. I can't. This is so stupid. Yeah, he's laughing because they're talking out of their ass.
For example, that's where I took some exception to what I thought Vivek Ramaswamy made a too sweeping indictment.
A too sweeping indictment about American culture and how we're a bunch of morons who only like sports and hot chicks. Like while he's at home studying, we're all out taking our muscle cars to college car washes where girls in cutoff jeans clean your car to the sounds of Warrant in the background. Pardon me while I enjoy that for a moment.
Of American culture. Elon, by the way, weighed in immediately after Trump.
Pretty soundly, by the way.
Pretty soundly. Well, Elon, this is...
Pretty soundly. He misquoted Tropic Thunder.
This is a quote from Tropic Thunder.
Ish.
He's memeing. Remember Tropic Thunder with
I don't know.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Can we actually read the entire...
I don't know if we can do it. Let's try. Let's try.
Okay, where is it?
Let's do it. This is what Elon put on X. He said, the reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H1B. Go ahead, Charlie. You can quote Tropic Thunder.
You can take a big step back and have fun with yourself in the face.
Yes. So that's what he said. He obviously feels very strong.
And by the way, it's F your own face in the movie.
strongly about it. Listen, I want to get into the cultural stuff, but before that, remember the
Do you? Do you really want to get into it, stupid?
context about a lot of people were upset about the H-1B visas were that famous story of Disney. Do you guys remember that? Where Disney was going to lay off these workers. These were some sort of software workers. And
oh my fucking God. She's going to quote the 60 Minutes thing again.
And then they said, listen, we're going to lay you off, and you will not get your severance unless you train the people that come in. These were, foreign workers on this type of visa. And so that really, really upset a lot of Americans. And I believe that was the context around the conversation about abuses. And lots of people are weighing in on both sides of this. Obviously, Vivek and Elon very strongly on the side of getting more H-1B visas, saying that we won't be competitive. The cultural side,
first of all, and Trump, stupid.
I think is fascinating. Well,
it's fascinating. What do you mean culture? Oh, you mean they're brown? That's what you mean?
Oh, and Charlie, I guess Vivek saying he thinks that we need to our culture has a problem with.
Oh God, I fucking love this. Just watch them just on thin ice. This whole fucking side, because on one side, of the glass below you, you got Trump and Musk, ready to swallow you up. It's like ice water with a dragon in it, and you're like, whatever happens to me when it breaks through, it's gonna be bad. I'm either going to freeze to death or be eaten, and it's a thing. It's kind of a thing, We got to be real, because the cultural aspect of the culture, we have a cultural issue here.
Not prizing enough those who are valedictorians and academically, succeeding versus those who are the prom queens and the quarterbacks, I guess.
Right. You mean most of the people that are hired at Fox News?
What I think they kind of wandered into, and
it's just so good.
Neither Vivek nor Elon Musk, I think, appreciate sort of the nuances and just how.
Yeah, it's the nuances. That's what it is. You're absolutely right. It's the nuances. It's not them just taking a giant Stanley steamer on top of American culture that this entire fucking network sells as true America to its viewers every goddamn day. It's not that. It's subtle. It's the nuances. It's the grayish, browny, caramel, shadowy, not quite. It's the offset, small. Jesus Christ!
What a sore spot this is for a lot of Americans, because of course it wasn't just Disney. You could go through, in every industry going back 30 years and find examples of where American workers were forced to train their replacements as they. And
yeah, but stupid. There's a huge difference. Hold on. Wait the fuck out. Hold on. If you're moving the factory to another country and you have to train the people who are going to use it, the factory is gone. This is very different. It's still shitty, but this is hugely different than we're shutting the factory down. We can't make a profit on it. It's completely profitable. You're already there. You're already doing your job. We're going to bring somebody in to do exactly the same job from another country, pay them half, and then they get no benefits, and then they get kicked out when you're done. So their job is happening in the United States. Good Lord.
Unbolt their machinery and send it to China.
Right. Yeah, the factory's gone. You don't have to drive past. You can drive past the empty building where nobody is, but you're certainly not going to drive by there and see an H1B visa holder sitting at your fucking desk. There is a very distinct difference. Why it might be, touchy.
And one thing I have to say, though, that I think is interesting,
yeah, it's interesting. It's so interesting. It's interesting. Excellent.
Steve, I've known Steve Miller since back when he was on Capitol Hill working for
Nostradamus?
For Jeff Sessions. And he's always been one of the smartest.
What is the requisite that they all look like they have? Anybody who works for Jeff Sessions has to look like they work and live in a tree?
People, and most devoted to reforming immigration.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Stephen Miller is devoted to reforming immigration. I mean, just way to just wrap it up. It's poetry, is what it is. It's never been clearer.
And there are few people that
he's not a vampiric bigot. He's just really committed to reforming immigration. Yeah, it's like Hitler was really committed to reforming the concept of showers.
I know who know more about this and care more about it, which of course is why Trump values him so much.
Right.
And if there's a guy that understands where that line is between valuing the best of the best, the cream of the crop from other places, and finding.
Yeah, that wouldn't be about H1Bs. That would be entirely about O1 visas. Not even the conversation. Anybody who can do an H1B job, there's people in the United States. You're not looking for somebody to run the company. You're not bringing over a CEO. Shut the fuck up.
A way to, use them in America.
Use them in America.
Versus just looking for cheap labor.
Right.
Because all of it is kind of geared towards looking for cheaper labor.
Right.
Really? What do you know? And Trump is for it, you say? Yeah, he's for it.
And
Charlie, nobody's against importing another Elon Musk.
Right.
Elon Musk is.
We'll take more of those.
Right.
That would be an O1 visa. That's not these visas at all stupid. Hey, do you know any of the people who work at SpaceX or Twitter or even Tesla in the mid-level management or engineering department, lady? Do you know a single fucking one? Those are the H-1B visa levels. You can't find Americans to do those jobs? Bullshit. I call bullshit.
However, if there are Americans who can do the job, let's have that.
I'm Steve.
If, do you even America first, bro? If, she says. Fucking if. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a glorious, glorious thing. Now, Jimmy Dore wanted to talk about this, and, clearly this will be an intelligent coach. Oh, it'll just be a stupid yellow text thumbnail. Like, I don't know. What are they both looking at? Me? Ugh. Hello? I don't like either of you. Fuck off. So let's, this is Elon Musk admits to silencing Laura Loomer over immigration. What? But what about the public square? This is freedom of speech. He's a free speech absolutist, man. Come on. Yeah, man.
Come see us on tour, and only there. So Laura Loomer is pushing back against the H-1B visa program being...
Yeah, that's right there on the thing with the cutout and the thing. Is she now? Maybe why?
Pushed by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. They want to flood America with foreign high-tech workers to suppress the wages
of American high-tech workers who you believe are all part of a big scam to destroy America. Oh my goodness, who was that with the super chat with the thing? Colleen, bless you. You have a blessed 2025. Thank you so much.
Of high-tech workers in America. They don't want to spend money on education to educate high-tech workers.
No, that's what the Biden administration did, you turd. The fuck is wrong with you? Did you pay any attention to the rescue plan, to the CHIPS Act, to the education rules, like forgiving people's debt? All this dude did was shit on Biden, gargle Putin's fucking balls, clamor about how Trump is a true believer and Elon Musk is going to be our savior, and now a warning?
In America, it's all about suppressing wages. In fact, he hired almost 800 foreign high-tech engineer types.
You get just for looks.
Last year at Tesla, almost instead of Americans.
Right, in an industry you don't give a fuck about.
He imported them.
Weird, huh? What? Are you telling me now that he might be full of shit?
Out of a team of how many? It better not be 801.
Right. So Laura Loomer launches.
By the way, look at Kurt trying to clean up fucking white Elon Musk's ass. Maybe 800 because maybe he's got 80,000 employees and he employs half of California or something like that. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's a small percentage.
Repeated attacks on Elon Musk. And Elon Musk
Why is Newsweek defending Elon Musk?
Also, what are you talking about?
Isn't it weird? Why?
Did you read the... Well, maybe he is. Maybe let's see what they... I don't think they are. I think they're just reporting on the back and forth between these two.
They're from the CIA. Laura Loomer had...
Wait, sorry, what? Newsweek is supporting Elon Musk because they're part of the CIA... Oh, fuck me. What in the world? So we can just make shit up. Just throw shit around. When the tide turns, you just make up new shit, right? You don't pay any attention to, like, what did I say before? Fuck that. This is all new.
Is accused Twitter owner Elon Musk of full censorship after her premium account on social media was deactivated, claiming it was retaliation for her criticisms of the H1B visas, which Musk supports. That's bringing in foreign tech workers, or educated foreign tech workers, to suppress the wages of American tech work. That's what that's about.
Also, no, that is a secondary effect. He didn't give a shit about American tech workers. He's not actively trying to suppress their wages. He's simply getting cheap labor. It's not like, I'll show those American engineers. He just doesn't give a fuck, stupid.
Eric Weinstein wrote a whole paper about it.
Oh, thank God, Eric Weinstein.
And they create a false labor shortage so they could flood the market with foreign-born tech workers and suppress the wages. That's what Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy wants to do.
What was this asshole saying about Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk before? Like, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. That's this stupid shit. Let's see. Russia. Yeah, let's see. There's. Yeah, maybe it's this just stupid shit. I want to get back to the. Let's see. Yeah, remember this shit? Twitter is much better. Has Elon Musk saved Twitter? I guess there's a back and forth. When was this? 6 months ago. 2 months ago, UK's secret plan to kill off Elon Musk's esque with Dennis Kucinich. Okay, also, Elon Musk's Twitter deal is back on. Still won't mention Assange. Why? What? Elon Musk and Matt Taibbi feud over Twitter files explained with Matt Taibbi. Brain implants are here and scarier than you thought. I'm out, Dems. Elon Musk leaves Democratic Party and immediately gets Me Too allegations, because it's obviously a thing. Elon Musk is dead wrong about climate and carbon tax with Tony Heller. No, not free speech. Free speech hating liberals attack Elon Musk. This is 2 years ago. Elon Musk wins huge free speech victory over Australia. Elon Musk demands Fauci be prosecuted. Ban them. Liberals livid after Elon Musk bans them from Twitter for doxing. Don Lemon proves he's a moron. Don Lemon unwittingly reveals he hates free speech. Censorship is back. Was Elon Musk full of shit about free speech a year ago? Yeah, it turns out.
The debate, they just like Joe Biden did it with truck drivers. They're
what? With truck drivers?
Pretend we don't have enough truck drivers in the
You don't think you think we have enough truck drivers in the country?
United States, so they're going to flood the United States with foreign-born truck drivers. And what's that for? That's to suppress the wages of truck drivers.
What are you talking about? Truck drivers? Get the fuck out of here. Hold on. Let's see. Foreign truck, because we are short of truck drivers. We actually are. Let's see. U.S. Express driving jobs. This would be CDL Life. The United States government has nearly doubled the number of visas that allow certain trucking companies to hire foreign truck drivers. The Homeland Security has opened 64,716 H1B visas for the fiscal year 2025 from October 1st to 2024. These newly released H2 visas are in addition to pre-existing 66,000 temporary non-agricultural worker visas mandated by Congress yearly. 45,000 of the new visas will be offered for first to returning foreign workers from the last 3 years who have been here already, while the remaining visas will be granted to workers from Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, and Honduras. Allows employers to hire foreign workers for temporary non-agricultural work on a one-time occurrence, seasonal, peak load, or intermittent basis. So they don't get to stay and whatever.
And that's because corporations run our government.
Or it's seasonal work, and they don't have enough people for seasonal work.
Debate over H-1B visas championed by the president-elect's most affluent supporters, but criticized by those claiming to represent his base. So regular workers are against this. But who's for it? The rich people who support Trump. Oh, it's really weird. It's not.
It's almost like, and Trump, who does Trump side with? Clearly the working class, Jimmy. That's the great thing about Trump. He's so rich, he can just look right on Elon Musk's fucked up face and say, the hell with you, I'm siding with American workers.
Not left, right. It's top down. It always is. It's us against them. It's workers of all.
Okay. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. The cascading type, like the panorama of types of workers in this country have different needs and different economic levels and have different like compensation and competitive structures in their country. Some are easy to replace, some are very difficult to replace, and they're not on the same side. It's not just workers versus employers. The fuck are you talking about? This is so fucking low res. It's just a bullshit talking point that you could throw. Okay. Drivers US, 1 second. Let's see. Altline, the Southern Bank Company. Is there a truck driver shortage? Some sources argue the truck driver shortage is a myth, citing increases in the number of trucking carriers in the United States. In fact, some even argue there's too much trucking capacity in the United States and not enough freight to support it. In reality, these numbers are missing key context. In 2023, the American Transportation Research Institute cited driver shortages as the fourth biggest industry issue, with notable addition to driver retention as the 8th ranked issue. So getting them in the first place and keeping them there. This is management and conference exhibition, lawsuit, abuse, reform, like these folks. The top industry issues: 1, the economy; 2, truck parking; 3, fuel prices; 4, driver shortage; 5, driver compensation; 6, lawsuit abuse reform; 7, driver distractions; 8, driver retention; delays at customer facilities; 10, zero-emission vehicles. At least their concern about zero-emission vehicles is so fucking low. That's reassuring.
All colors, all stripes, All sexualities, all genders, workers against the oligarchs. It always is.
Well, then, why would you support Donald Trump and Elon Musk backing him at all? If it's always that way, if it always has been that way, why would you even put your toe in the fucking pool with them? Why would you take any of it seriously? Because it sounds like to me, you just don't give a shit. You're a tick on the dog of the fight between the classes. And you don't want it remedied. You don't want any actual solutions because you live off that fucking dog.
But they want you to think it's us against the woke. It's not. That's not what it is. They use
Who made up woke? That was rich people.
Woke got made up by BlackRock. It's all.
Okay, sure, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a black term initially. BlackRock created woke. God damn. And what? Americans are so fucking dough-headed, they fell for it?
All there to keep us fighting amongst each other.
Yes, over stupid shit like women's rights.
So,
sorry, did BlackRock create the push to eliminate a woman's right to choose, for example? Did they do that part too? Because if they created woke, what did they? Were they just trying to? They were apparently trying to get people to care about racial and minority issues enough to fight for them as a way of dividing Americans because previously we didn't give a fuck.
Oh, and to keep us distracted while they flood our country with foreign-born laborers.
Yeah, that's what this is about. And it worked like a fucking charm.
The debate over H-1B visas, championed by the president-elect's most affluent supporters, but criticized by those claiming to represent his base, puts Donald Trump in the difficult position of choosing which side to placate once in office.
Placate? This is not a thing of like, oh, everybody's whining and I have to give someone a pat on the head. This is like a fundamental problem with the entire country. Placate.
Yeah, they're trying to be nice, stupid.
Placate you.
Ouch. I'll placate you right in the face. You'll get placated.
Can I get one more?
Yeah. I will.
You can make a decaf.
Wife woman, get me a beverage. I'm not enough of a grown-up to get my own beverage.
H-1B visas allow employers to hire skilled workers from other countries for specialized jobs which require college degrees or significant experience. Musk has defended foreign-born workers as essential for meeting the needs of...
I love how the word essential, he like accents like he's a passive-aggressive third grade teacher.
U.S. companies, citing a dearth of homegrown talent. Now, I've showed you in another segment that Eric Weinstein was already a genius, one of the genius tech guys in America, born in America, educated in America.
Can't get hired because he's an asshole.
Says that that's bullshit.
Right, because he can't get a job because nobody wants to hire him because he's a dick.
And he's often maligned as a tech guy who's friends with hedge fund people. He's maligned, and he's...
Yeah, because he is a tech guy who's friends with hedge fund people. And who would malign someone? I can't think, Kurt. Maybe Jimmy could tell us all. I can't imagine who would malign someone for being friends with hedge fund people. Why would that even come up? Where in the world is that considered a pejorative?
Telling you.
He's telling you. And he's telling you that this dearth of homegrown talent is falsely manufactured.
Falsely manufactured. Wouldn't it just be manufactured? If it's a manufactured, it wouldn't have to be false. It's false by the nature of it being manufactured. Never mind.
Vivek Ramaswamy, who alongside Musk is set to head a newly created advisory department of government efficiency.
No, it's not. It's a committee. It's a lobbying group.
Doge has echoed these statements. So it's weird. Two billionaires, Musk, who made his money the right way, or at least legitimately.
Did he? At least the right way, at least legitimately? The fuck are you talking about?
Vivek Ramaswamy, a lot of
Andrea.
people said he did a pump and dump on stock with a drug he said cured Alzheimer's, and of course it didn't.
Right. And he's your boy.
Wait, Hawk Tua that managed to pump and dump. Is
Yes.
she the same mind, the same amazing mind as Vivek Ramaswamy?
Other
They both
te-
achieved pump and dumps.
Other technology executives.
I don't know why. I guess Kurt just needs to do a drive-by sexist remark about the Haktua girl, or align them with. Just, you can't come up with a better to go with pump and dump. Oh, right, because the one that obviously comes to mind is like Karen McDougal or Stormy Daniels or something like that, and you can't criticize Trump. So far, I think we're tap dancing around like they can maybe get mad at Elon Musk. It's easy to shit on the brown dude, but Elon Musk, at least he made his money the right way through government contracts.
Have also come out to voice support for high-skilled immigration programs such as H1B. No kidding. So the people in charge are for it.
In charge of their companies.
But the workers are against it.
Which ones, dummy? Have on a tech worker that makes $250,000 and ask them about their 401k and their stocks and what they do and what they would do with their own company. Maybe they'd open a co-op, dum-dum.
On which the sector have, so people like David Sachs, Trump's recently appointed AI and crypto czar, who said that focus should be directed against illegal immigration rather than employment visas. However, I
think we might have to grab that one. However,
other MAGA stalwarts,
yeah, don't go back and fix it. I agree.
Should be directed against illegal immigration rather than employment visas. However, other MAGA stalwarts have criticized these views, with former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon warning that billionaire Musk's true colors are showing. Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah?
Bannon is saying.
Steve Bannon, yeah, the guy who's friends with the Chinese spoiler who's, pretends to be anti-Chinese so that he can develop influence and then get compromise on people. And like Bannon was on his yacht when he was arrested or something.
That Musk's true colors are showing. Steve Bannon.
As are Newsweek's, by the way.
Yes.
What? Wait a minute. Why are Newsweek's true colors showing? They just seem to be kind of explaining this in innocuous terms. It's pretty generic so far.
Loomer spat with Musk began after.
Also, if Newsweek is showing their true colors and you're using them as a source, what does that say about you?
Trump appointed venture capitalist Shriram, Krishnan.
Oh, fuck me. Sriram Krishnan.
As White House senior policy advisor on artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. White House senior policy advisor.
You can't find an American AI czar? I
Can
think
you
his
look
name's
up
Christian. It sounds like Christian.
Can you look up if he's a native born Sriram?
No. Why would it come up in this fight if he was American born? You think Loomer? Well, first of all, I mean, she's racist, so maybe still. But all right, look up. Maybe look up before your fucking show, dummy.
Krishnan.
Then the answer is no. He's been here for 10 years.
He's not.
Krishnan is believed to favor removing country caps for H1B visas and awarding them instead strictly on merit and qualifications. He's born in India. I bet he wants to lift the cap for India.
Yeah.
And tell us why that would be a bad thing, Jimmy. Please. Go ahead and tell us why lifting the cap on India specifically would be a bad thing.
Loomer called Krishnan's appointment deeply disturbing.
Do you overemphasize words just because they're in quotes? You stay classy, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.
while also describing migrants from South Asia as third world invaders from India. So this is, she was criticized for failing to...
For being racist? While also describing migrants from South Asia as third world invaders from India. That would be... I can see why that would be relatively problematic.
To grasp Christians' proposed reforms. And for
plural
being racist in her responses. Isn't that interesting?
Her responses are stupid. It's so stupid. Third world invaders. These are the rich people coming.
These are right.
Went to our schools that we pay. America paid them to come here and learn.
No, he didn't.
Musk's response came in the form of several...
CJ, why do you say Hal doesn't read the Facebook feed? I just saw it. I'm just busy doing a show. I apologize if I missed something that you said. But, there you go.
Reposts, which stated the value of high-skilled immigration, including the story of a Turkish mathematician, Erdal Arkin, who left the United States due to visa issues, only for his work to be later used by Chinese firms in developing the transition from 4G to 5G technologies.
I thought they...
This is the moment where Jimmy doesn't know which side he should be on.
Stole all their stuff from us. It was the big
That's
thing.
what I was
Thank you for noticing, Stargal. I try.
just told. I thought they stole everything from us.
China steals all the IPs, don't they?
Musk also shared a video in which Trump...
Yeah, all the IPs. The plural of intellectual property is intellectual properties.
Trump voiced
it's like brain real estate.
Support for granting green cards for those who graduate from U.S. colleges, so these individuals do not take their talents to other countries. I have a video. I also have a video of Trump saying the exact opposite.
Gee, and you support him anyways.
Well, look, the ones in college now that America had to pay for, yeah, no. They got to stay here and work here. No new ones. All Americans. I don't care if you're Indian and you were born in America. Stop bringing people from other countries so you don't have to pay them.
So Laura Loomer...
By the way, both of these guys, anti-democratic, anti-Biden, shit on him nonstop, including when he stood on the picket line, the first president ever to stand on a picket line with union workers.
Is pushing back hard in public, on social media, on Twitter.
Ouch, she's pushing back hard.
Against Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy's ideas. Trump has yet to weigh in on this.
No, I don't know when they posted this, but he's sided with the H1B visas. Hold on. When was this? Hold on. 2 days ago. Okay, so yesterday, Trump. I can't wait to see the Jimmy video. We'll find it, no doubt. CSL. We'll dig it up. He'll eventually put one up, or maybe he'll just ignore it.
And she says Elon Musk has removed my blue check mark on Twitter because I dared to question his support for H1B visas, the replacement of American tech workers by Indian immigrants, and I question his relationship with China. It looks like Elon Musk is going to be silencing me for supporting original Trump immigration policies.
And Trump has sided with Musk. Boo fuckity who. Apparently, the fellatio wasn't as good as you thought it was.
I've always been America first and a diehard supporter of the President Trump, and I believe that promises made should be
of the President Trump?
Promises kept. Donald Trump promised to remove the H-1B visa program, and I support his...
He did? When?
Policy. Now, as one of Trump's biggest supporters, I'm having my free speech silenced by a tech billionaire for simply questioning the tech oligarchy. Elon...
Right. What is it? Does Jimmy do a search for the word oligarchy?
Has decided to retaliate by removing my blue check and demonetizing me. He's also got rid of her followers. I guess he doesn't really believe in free speech after all. Follow me on Truth Social. And so
it sounds like he believes in it, but you should have to do it for free now. That's what he's saying to
her. So it says her blue check is now under review. What?
Yeah.
Laura Loomer's blue check is under review? You're not sure?
Yeah, no, he took it away, and then people called him on it. So this is the way they give it back to her. It's just he's automated most of these processes.
It's Laura Loomer.
Hold on.
Laura Loomer's blue check is under review. You're not sure it's Laura Loomer? A person with 1.4 million followers?
Yeah.
You're not sure that's her?
No. They take your check mark away for other violations. And it's his fucking site. I don't care. Hey, asshole, it's a private site. It's owned by a single person and his investors, but the single person has like total veto power of the whole fucking site. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's how it works. How did you think it was going to work?
Why would you put it under review? Because she stood up to a billionaire.
No, not a billionaire. The one who owns the site.
Free speech for me, not for thee. X just removed all Laura Loomer's subscribers. This is censorship. Laura Loomer has deactivated subscriptions. At the next renewal date, your subscription will be canceled and you'll no longer be charged a monthly fee.
Yeah, he doesn't need you assholes anymore. And both of these assholes, especially Kurt, were blowing smoke up Elon's, skirt for the last 2 goddamn years.
This is worse. This is like playing little pressure games on.
You know what you should do? Here's a great idea. Fuck Kurt Metzger. Have Matt Taibbi back on. You should do. How about this? How about the Twitter Files Part Duh, or more like Part Duh? How about that? Bring him on to ask him his opinion about government control and the proximity of social media, and how the office of the president being so closely aligned with a social media, a privately owned social media company, and that person, having, veto power over people's free speech right. How about that? And then compare it and contrast it to the horse shit they were peddling to Congress 2 years ago. Mark, like hey, you might want to take that down. We know that that's a Nazi site that's, run through a server in Macedonia. Okay, we might. Thanks. That circumstance, which is what they called the Twitter Files ultimately, versus now, which is like, fuck her, click.
Somebody so what a big thing that says we censored this, so I know what it is.
So
she didn't ask to be demonetized.
Who does?
That's gross, man.
And
it is gross. It is gross, Kurt. Thanks for bringing it up. Wow, man. Wow.
Elon Musk admitting he's doing this in retaliation for Laura Loomer pushing back against Trump and his H1B visa policy. So Laura Loomer says Elon Musk is now admitting that this is in retaliation.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, stupid. Fafo.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So this guy tweets out. So Elon Musk says any accounts found to be engaged in coordinated attacks to spam targeted accounts with mute blocks will themselves be categorized correctly as spam. So he's saying this about Laura Loomer.
All right, well then show where he's saying it about Laura Loomer, dummy.
This is what the rational.
Why would you say she's spamming shit? What are you talking about?
No, we're going to use to F over Laura Loomer.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why it's linked to that. Maybe it's got.
And Mario Nafal says, translation: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Meaning, don't mess around with Elon Musk.
Or maybe don't engage in coordinated spam attacks, or you'll be categorized as spam. I mean, look, just show me the one where he points her out, or an account like her, or there's a reason why people thought that applied to her. Fuck me.
You're playing a stupid game.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it means.
And this is
stupid games like when Elon.
And then this would be then the stupid prizes, and this would be the stupid show with the stupid people who are being stupid. who are apparently too dumb to know that they are stupid.
Dated Amber Heard, and she got his seed to make a baby that she's raising in another country.
So
because he couldn't stop her.
Elon Musk retweets this. So he says, Mario says, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Elon Musk says, yes, that's exactly what's happening.
Wow. Game, set, match. Totally. This was a hit against Laura Loomer. Clear, and I mean, the evidence is there.
He's retaliating for her playing stupid games.
No, he's responding to his own thing about spamming accounts. Are you saying she was spamming people? Because ultimately, one of the reasons why she got demonetized and why her thing was under review was that she took Sreeram's FEC files. Hold on, Laura Loomer doxes Sreeram. This is why, and this is why she got kicked off. Right? This is. Laura Loomer takes U-turn after doxing Sreeram Krishnan as Trump backs Musk on H1B visa debate. Laura Loomer issued an apology on Sunday, by the way, for using Federal Election Commission records to publicly share the personal information of Sreeram Krishnan, an Indian-American businessman and Trump's nominee for senior policy advisor on artificial intelligence, the far-right activist who's known for controversial statements, blah, blah, blah. So, in response to the controversy surrounding H1B, Trump in a social media post said, I have many of these, blah, blah, blah. We've seen that part. Here's what Loomer exactly said. Taking to X, Loomer issued a statement where she apologized for accidentally doxing Krishnan. Calling it an honest mistake, Loomer informed that she has removed her previous post and promised to remain more careful in the future with FEC records. I deeply apologize for accidentally doxing Sreeram K by sharing public FEC records with his personal info. It was an honest mistake, and I take full responsibility. That's why she got doxed. That's why she got kicked to the curb. That's why she lost her monetization and all this stuff. She took a person that Donald Trump has nominated and she put his FEC information up there on who he donated for, but it had his home information on it. It had, personal information attached to it. And that's why she got fucking punted. That's why. So this, God damn it, it still has nothing to do with any of this shit. I was posting FEC records, which are public information. I was not trying to inflict harm on anyone. And if Sreeram K felt as though I was trying to dox him, I sincerely apologize. I promise I won't. I wasn't doxing, and I believe more speech is the answer, not less, at Elon Musk. I want to apologize for my views on immigration, but I want to make clear that as a journalist, I was posting publicly available FEC records, not doxing. I know Elon Musk doesn't care because he doesn't like me, but I'm telling the truth. FEC makes that clear too. Whoops, I have no interest in that. I was posting FEC records, okay, blah, blah, blah. Loomer publicly blasted him, and that's what that was related to. That's why all this shit happened. It has nothing to do with what he's fucking posting.
Pushing back against Elon Musk and his H1B visa program.
No, she doxed Sreeram's fucking home address and shit when she was trying to show that he donated to Harris or something.
He's admitting it.
Shouldn't this stupid prize be a Cybertruck?
Yeah.
Oh, now they're going, Cybertrucks are dumb? This is going to be so fun.
So, Alan Wake says...
Finally, Alan Wake 4167.5. So, of all the Alan Wakes in the world, he's 41,675th.
You egged him on, Laura. Don't like the price you paid for mouthing off?
Oh, how dare you, Alan Wake. You cut me to the quick.
Wow, didn't take long to turn into the old thing, huh?
So you're not allowed
to turn into the old
you're not allowed to mouth off to a you're not allowed to mouth off to a billionaire, or you're free. You have free speech at the pleasure of my lord.
It's his site, stupid.
And if you egg on my lord with your free speech, it will be taken away. And asswipe.
No, it won't. You can just go someplace else. It's like tons of sites. You just, they won't be as welcoming to bigotry, so you'll have a hard time.
Types like Alan Wake will cheer on the loss of free speech.
Mouthing off.
Also, you don't have free speech on a private site, you dumbass.
Is what I thought X was for. The whole.
No. Well, that's because you're stupid. Yeah. Nobody actually believed that.
The entire platform is designed for the free use to mouth off.
Mouth off.
Yeah, open up a Stormfront account. See how long that lasts.
You better watch what you say. You better not ever have a contradictory opinion, or else you're going to get what you have coming. This is.
Do you think she's the only person who came out against Musk's opinion about the H1B visas on Twitter? Really? Do you really think that? You think he only kicked her to the curb because of what she said? Because she's high profile and she said it, but he let everybody else go? Or there's a bunch of other people who've been bitching about this all over the place, including Charlie Kirk. And I mean, tons of right-wingers are on Twitter shitting on this concept entirely, shitting on what Elon Musk said. All of them are attacking. They're not all getting demonetized or throttled. She doxed somebody, dummy.
Real. People think like this. And here's Laura Loomer. Elon Musk has now sent his Malaysian dick sucker reply guy to attack me because I asked the real questions. So on brand, foreigner Elon Musk running to another foreigner to silence an American Trump voter.
Look what Elon, or what I guess Jimmy underlined.
So on brand. Next, they will send me one of Xi Jinping's concentration camps for speaking truth to power.
Send me two. They're not. She doesn't get. That's not the consolation prize. Is a free concentration camp.
Maybe one of Israel's.
Maybe one of Israel's. Look.
What? Oh, okay. What? Yes. Where are the Israeli concentration camps? I mean, you know what? It's a whole other conversation why these motherfuckers couldn't give less of a shit about what's happening in Sudan because there's no Jews on either side of it.
Laura Loomer is the sole voice of MAGA, says Ian.
Also, Loomer's a Jew, so eventually they'll turn
Miles Chong.
He's a scumbag.
If you disagree with
it,
let's not confuse the fucking segment.
And look at that. Don't step on the people I'm oddly supporting right now, Kurt.
If you disagree with her, you are not MAGA. Thought. So that was what was being. She retweets that. And that.
Right, because she's an egomaniac.
That's what. And then she comes. And I don't know who the still gray guy is. Do you know who that is? Can you look?
Ian Miles Chong. He lives in Malaysia and pretends to be American to weigh in on
that's who this is.
Yeah, see his name right next to it? See the title right there?
Yeah, he's the Malaysian dick sucker.
Oh, that's who this...
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm right. It's related.
Oh, okay. So it is related. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for explaining that, Kurt. I got that wrong.
Laura Loomer is the sole voice of MAGA.
So this...
You disagree with... He's being ironic.
So...
Oh, fuck me. You didn't even... It's the quality.
Yeah, he's a scam artist, and he fakes and weighs in, but he's in Malaysia, and what he does is steal content from independent journalists and passive.
Which is why Kurt and Jimmy will hate him, because that's their fucking job.
Off as his own.
And them and Hassan, that's what they do. They just steal other people's shit. And
so he has flipped sides 20 times, but he's just some guy in Malaysia.
Yeah, he's just some guy.
Real bad guy.
So there you go. So I don't know. I don't know shit about him, but
yeah, you thought he was speaking, honestly, because you're stupid, I guess.
Listen, Laura Loomer, I'm not a big fan of, but I got to tell you, she's totally right in this
she's right.
instance.
She seems
regardless
right.
of her stupid thing she added to it, it don't matter. It's supposed to be mouth off central was X.
Yes.
Yeah, but she didn't mouth off. She doxed somebody. That's what got her. It's like ask Matt Taibbi, bring him back the fuck on. Did people get kicked off because they were questioning vaccines? Nobody got kicked off for questioning vaccines. You got kicked off for insisting they didn't work, telling people they don't work, and selling ivermectin.
And she's right about the H1B visa program, which is the big point.
Yeah, it totally is. Which is why Trump is for it.
And now people are going to try to make it about that she doesn't have the right racial sensitivities or something.
Well,
yeah, it's just a distraction, though.
It absolutely does not.
It absolutely does not.
The most easily jumped on things I've ever seen that confuse the point. I don't care, though. the point stands. Even if
yeah, I don't care if look, even a racist is right. Two times a day. I mean, I guess cross burnings are at night, though. I guess I don't know when that would be, but you could tell us later.
you said it bad.
Right. So, wow.
Yeah. Bang. Whew. Zing zam.
So there you go. There's a split.
Yeah, there you go. With the stuff that, hey, she's doing the thing, and then something happened to her for no reason, because there was a reason, but I didn't give a shit to look it up. I just took other people's word for her word for it, and then I just kind of jumped on whatever was there, and then I didn't know I was kind of supporting someone that Kurt hates, and then I had to walk back. Anyways, thumb.
In the right, and it's between the oligarchs and the populists.
No, it isn't. It's fucking stupid. You're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. I've got 3 minutes left and so much shit to cover. I might have to come back later. We covered a lot about the H1B visa stuff this morning, but can I show you something that's just funny? I'll just do a quick little bit on some of these because holy shit. And don't forget to like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show, patreon.com/HalSparks. And thank you guys for the super chats. Oh my Lord. Syria later. Assad is done. Thank you, Israel. Whatever. /Turkey. Syria later. That's the thing about Mark Levin. Just that great sense of humor. Just that's that great fucking show quality you get to enjoy. And then there's Laura Loomer, who is scaring the living shit out of everyone. Laura Loomer on the dark enlightenment worldview of big tech leaders. Can we just peek at the top of this one? I got 2 minutes left.
Laura Loomer joins us. Laura, certain aspects of this.
God damn, this is a whole lot of yikes. Both of these faces are in the uncanny valley.
One of my concerns is that people don't appreciate when we say America first, we're talking about the nation.
That's right, not the people.
And a nation has borders. A nation has customs and tradition. A nation has most importantly its citizens. It's our greatest resource. And you have in Silicon Valley what I call kind of the Medicis or the Borgias, this kind of network. They want to get back to kind of the city-states.
Yeah, it's it all goes back to the Pentaveret. No matter what you do, it's always the Pentaveret. The Medicis, the Borgias, let's see. You don't allow. There we go. Where are we? Yeah, that'll be on this one.
Well, it's a well-known fact, Sonny Jim, that there's a secret society.
Hold on. Why is it not running through its regular audio source? Hold on. I will remedy that. There we go. Damn it. All right. Well, it's the Pentaveret.
You know, Florence and Venice of Renaissance Italy.
Yeah, that's what Silicon Valley is, sure.
I refer to this as techno-feudalism, and I know that it's one of the things that you've been driving. Explain to people when you say this is a feudalistic system, or you want certain parts of this to be like feudal sociopathic overlords. What do we mean by that, ma'am?
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, you have to understand the philosophy that all of these
You do. You totally do.
tech bros and the technocratic tyrants and the billionaires who come from this very oppressive society in Silicon Valley subscribe to in order to understand what their long-term goals are for infiltrating the White House. And so it really all...
Long-term goals? They did it, dummy, and you helped. Fuck are you talking about? Both of you. They did it. They infiltrated. You guys are like, you've been jumping up and down. Everybody's jumping through their shirts on MAGA about this Doge horse shit. Everybody was like, oh my God, Elon Musk to the fucking rescue. All during the campaign. You don't get to walk it back now, stupid. You championed this shit. I got news for you. He's going to replace American workers with robots, and he's going to chip everybody he can get his hands on. And you guys want it. So, honestly, I don't know why you're complaining. This is the car you caught. Hal, you should come to, there was a meet the Texas Sparklers for dinner near Grapevine Mills Mall before the show. I love that idea. I eat at a very specific place, though, when I'm there, but I would meet up with you guys because I have to, my diet's very limited for a show. And speaking of diet, I don't have time to go through her stuff today, but I may later. I might have to come back to this, but I got to run now because Summer needs me. And that's just family first. That's what happens. And we hit the tail end of the show. There's a Venmo message. I beg your pardon. I did not see in this thing. Hold on. Cheryl says, helping me get through a bout of COVID. Oh, I'm sorry you have COVID. I came back yesterday. I was supposed to go to Stephanie's party, and I was sick as a dog yesterday when I got back. Now, part of it might have just been the exhaustion of the flights, because Saturday I had 4 flights in a row after doing radio before it. And yes, rest in peace, Linda Lavin, by the way. We talked about Jimmy Carter earlier this morning, but Linda Lavin passed. And I used to watch Alice at my friend Kurt's house, because we didn't have a TV in Kentucky. And that show was a hoot, and culturally significant, and it was based on the movie Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. It was one of my first awarenesses of a movie that was a series that was made from a movie. All right, anyways, I'm going to run before Summer gets mad at me. We got to go. Yes, and to everyone out there, I would like to say to Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Laura Loomer and all these assholes, kiss my grits. Thank you guys so much. Gotta run. If you would, if you've said something during the chat that you think is an important point over what you saw, maybe copy and paste it, or go after the show's over and put it in the comments section below. That really helps us out. It's a thought. Just go, hey, in regards to this or that, throw that in there. That would really help us out. Or enjoy the clips that we make from the show. Thanks to CSL. Talk to you guys later. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Gotta go. I gotta go. Come on, man. I gotta go.